Quite a moment at the White House today. The question now, what to make of it and the initiative and the president's decision to make this so deeply personal. Joining us, New York Times op-ed columnist and CNN political commentator Charles Blow recently met with the president. Also CNN commentator Michaela Angela Davis and Reverend Kevin Johnson of the Bright Hope Baptist Church in Philadelphia. Charles, let me start off with you. You met with the president talking about this in an off-the-record meeting. What's your understanding of what this actually means? This initiative?
Well, first, I think it's very personal to him. I think it's a very sincere effort on his part. I think that he really feels that this is an area where he would really like to make a difference. He's both now and, I mean, you also have to remember, this is a very young president. And he's going to have a very long career.
This is something he plans to have the focus of his life after the White House.
I believe that it is something that he plans to start now and probably commit the rest of his life to doing. And it is that kind of a personal passion for him.
Reverend Johnson, you wrote an op-ed last year where you said President Obama, and I quote, was a president for everyone except black people. Do his actions today, in your opinion, change certainly how you feel?
Well, I've always loved the president. I think he's doing an outstanding job. And even today, when I looked at the fact that he had those persons of color around him, the young men, and the fact that he has begun this initiative, it says to me that the president really not only cares about these young men, but he cares about America. When you look at the prison industrial complex and the fact that the overwhelming majority of them are black and Hispanic young men, the fact that the president will be so bold today to use his bully pulpit to talk about this important initiative that really not only helps to improve our communities, but helps to improve the American society.
Well, and that's an important point, Reverend Michaela. I mean, to think it's kind of limiting to think of this as something which is just for African American males or people of color. This is something for America. I mean, if people in this community do better, and then we all do better.
And I think that's what was so profound about what he talked about today. He really had some connectedness, like this affects us all and that we are all our brother's keeper. And I think what's also significant, he's got two 19-year-old martyrs on his watch during his his time as president. He's got Trayvon Martin and Jordan Davis. So it probably made this idea more urgent. So I was talking to Charles backstage, is that this felt like a bit of an exhale. That after the Jordan Davis trial, it was almost too much. Like we've been walking around with a bit of so burdened and so heavy and so heartbroken and so enraged. Everything that he said that we should be feeling, a part of the community has been feeling for almost too long. So this moment was almost turned the light on. Like there's a little, we do see you, and that also that he's getting other men to be accountable for boys and boys' issues was also very powerful, because you were thinking, where are all the men? Like, where are they? And who's paying attention to our boys? So just changing the conversation has could start a healing process.
Charles,